You know, we all think we know what business intelligence is, right? But what if we've been looking at it completely wrong? Today, we're going to peel back the layers, get past the buzzwords, and find a much more powerful way for organizations to get, well, truly intelligent.
So, let me kick things off with a question for you. Is your business intelligence truly intelligent? Or is it just a fancy rearview mirror, only showing you where you've already been? This one question kind of challenges the entire way we think about data.
All right, so to really get into this, we first have to move past what everyone thinks BI is. It's time to look beyond the dashboard.
When I say business intelligence, what pops into your head? For most people, it's software, right? You're thinking reporting tools, dashboards, maybe some nerdy terms like OLAP, that's online analytical processing, by the way. And look, you're not wrong. Those things give you a window into your business, but they're honestly just one tiny piece of a much, much bigger puzzle. And this is where we need to completely shift our perspective. True business intelligence isn't a thing you buy, it's a capability you build. It's about how your entire organization can skillfully react to any situation by making the right call. See the difference? It's about action, not just staring at charts. Okay, so if BI is this amazing capability, what's it made of? Well, it breaks down into 3 core intelligences. And these aren't just separate boxes, they're all connected, all working together.
And yet, these aren't static things on a checklist. Think of them as living, breathing capabilities that are always influencing each other. We've got business IQ, reflection intelligence, and experience intelligence. So let's break down what each of these actually means.
So first, you've got your business IQ. That's the techie stuff, all the reporting tools that spit out the data. But that's just table stakes. Then comes reflection intelligence. This is your organization's ability to actually pause and ask, hey, why are we even doing this? And finally, experience intelligence. This is the coolest one, I think. It's the company's memory, all the lessons learned from wins and losses baked right into how you do things. It's like the organization is constantly writing its own memoir, learning and getting smarter with every single chapter.
So what's the one simple, powerful idea that holds all of this together? Believe it or not, it's a concept from the 1960s that is, I would argue, more relevant today than ever before. Back in 1969, a mathematician named George Spencer Brown made this incredible claim. He said that all thinking, every single cognitive operation, can be traced back to one simple act: making a distinction. This one idea completely reframes business intelligence. It's not about data, it's about distinction intelligence. It's about the fundamental ability to draw a line and separate one thing from another. So how does this distinction intelligence work? Well, it's a 2-step dance. First, there's distinction. That's where you separate something, say your sales team, from its environment, the market. You're drawing a boundary around it. But then comes the second step, indication. That's where you connect the two sides you just separated. So how does your sales team's performance connect to what's happening in the wider market? Suddenly you have a unified, much smarter view of your business and its place in the world. Okay, I know this might sound a little abstract. So let's make it super concrete with an analogy from a totally different field, electrical engineering. Think about it. To understand electricity, you first have to make a distinction. You have to separate the idea of current, that's the flow of stuff, from the idea of voltage, that's the pressure pushing it. They are 2 separate concepts. That simple act is distinction. And this is where the magic happens. As soon as you separate current and voltage, you can suddenly see how they're fundamentally connected, right? You can't have one without the other. That's the indication step. It reveals the bigger system they're a part of, electricity. Isn't that wild? You had to pull them apart to truly understand how they work together.
Okay, so why does any of this matter for your business, like right now? The short answer, because the world is not standing still. Not even close. The very nature of the markets we operate in has completely changed.
It used to be that markets were kind of tranquil. They moved at a predictable pace, giving you plenty of time to react. But today, forget about it. We're in dynamic markets. The pace of change is just blistering fast, and that window you have to make a decision, it's shrinking every single day.
And that right there is exactly why the old model of BI, the one that's just about tools, is totally broken. It's just not built for the crazy speed and complexity of big data in a world that changes by the minute. It gives you a crystal clear picture of a past that, well, it's already irrelevant.
So to win in this new game, you need that distinction intelligence. You have to be able to cut through all the noise of big data and distinguish what actually matters.
You've got to designate its importance, constantly observe what's happening both inside and outside your walls, and look at every piece of information not for what it tells you about yesterday, but for what it means for your success tomorrow.
And that brings us to the final, big question you should be asking yourself. Is your company just passively observing a world that data shows you? Or are you actively creating your world by making smart, meaningful distinctions? Because that difference, right there, that's the line between just surviving and truly thriving.